Hi friends, it's time! It's time to share our news with you, finally! I'm super excited, you might be able to guess what it is. So the plan for today's video is basically to share our news, to do a Q&A that you guys have asked me for on Instagram. So lots of questions that I've split into 3 categories. And then lastly, I'm going to give you a bit of an update on the bathroom. My gosh. So basically for the last 2 days, we have welcomed somebody into our family. What a sweet boy. Look at this sweet boy. Look at this gorgeous, gorgeous Cocker Spaniel. So I'll give you a little bit of an update as to how we got him. Basically, it was very impromptu actually. It was just before our holiday, so the lady kindly actually managed to keep him whilst we were on holiday, and then we came back and brought him home the next day. So basically, she's a local lady, she's not actually a breeder, she just did it casually this year, never going to do it again. And basically we're very much excited to have little CJ in our family. His name is CJ. Copper Jr. is his full name because his daddy is called Copper, and we thought he looked exactly like his daddy. So we saw both the parents when we went to do the viewing for CJ, and we couldn't be happier. I'll give you an update as to how it goes and how we actually introduced him to our toddler. What are we working on, because he is a puppy, he needs all the love, all the training. So I'll go through that in a separate video. But basically, if I am somewhat distracted in this video, you will know exactly why. What a sweet filly. What a lovely boy. To give you a bit of a life update anyway, it's been absolute chaos and so crazy here with the bathroom renovations. You will not believe what we brought this puppy into. We kind of thought that the bathroom would be sorted by the time we came back. But anyway, we decided to have the puppy anyway in this chaos, and probably a good thing because he's getting used to lots of noises, lots of people that are absolutely loving and adoring him. Hard not to, right? And I will be giving you an update today as to where we are at with the bathroom. No, we've not finished it, but lots of footage that I can show you in terms of stages. I'll show you a couple of those because it does get boring. It's like, oh, nothing's changing. It's just like pipe work and stuff, you know, like the core stuff that actually the bathroom needs in order to work. And then I'll show you where we are at today. So I'll do that right now. And this is what the bathroom looks like at the moment. We have a doorway. We just need to purchase a door and get that fitted. Tilers have finished a lot of it today, so lots of grouting. I don't want to step in so as not to move anything. But the tiles look so great. I'm so happy with that. It doesn't do it justice on the video, but it's like a creamy, lovely colour. If you can hear CJ, it's because we're still training how to be alone downstairs. Basically, we've got the new bath in, but it will be tiled around, so that's something left to do. This needs painting. We've got the radiators to go in, the unit, the sink, obviously, new toilet, don't worry, the pink is not staying, and then the shower tray, with like the shower glass, I mean, should be encased over here, as well as the shower accessories. So basically, we are nearly there. The hard work is done. It's basically the finishing touches, a few days to go, and the main thing will be sorted. it will just be the final bits. So that is super exciting. CJ, down please. Down the stairs. Come on. Come on. No, you don't need to be upstairs. Come on. Do you know how to get down? Do you? Or do you want mummy to carry you? Are you going to be okay? Excuse my hair mist over here. Good boy. You're a good boy. You shouldn't be following mummy upstairs. You shouldn't be. So I don't fully want to show you the chaos that is this room. So I'm going to give you a little sneak peek. But as you can see right here, we've used the baby gates, you know, to keep him, like instead of a crate basically, to give him the area. And over here are more bathroom tiles and stuff. And this is more bathroom stuff. Some furniture over here as well, which will look nice once it's actually there. The sink will go on this, so lots of storage. That's our toilet. So yeah, not very glamorous this video, I'm afraid. However, very exciting things nonetheless. And basically I've shown you the bathroom renovations, which is awesome. I've shown you our little update, which is little CJ. He's just stolen my son's train toy. CJ, let go. Leave, leave, leave. I'll give you something else. Come on, leave. It's not very good for your teeth, honey. Not very good for your teeth, sweetie. It's not very good. No. There's nothing better than mummy cuddles, yes? Nothing better than mummy cuddles. So I've not brought a toy yet. But we'll see what we can give you in a little bit. Yes, you cutie. You're a cute boy. Come on. He is adorable. I love him. It's nice to have company again after we lost our dog in February. It was hard, it was traumatic, but without going into further detail, we're just glad to be giving that love that we still have like space for to somebody very furry. Yes. But basically, you guys have asked me lots of questions, and although I can't answer them all because there's quite a few, I have broken them down into 3 sections specifically. So I'm going to talk about like the house and the house renovations and stuff, and the questions that you've asked me around that. Kids is probably a big one as well. You guys wanted to ask lots about kids. And then another one is around bilingual living. There's quite a few of you following me for bilingual stuff specifically, so thank you for that, and I'll answer some of your questions. Okay, so let's start with home stuff. The first question around the house stuff was how long is the bathroom going to take? So we were hoping that it will take 3 weeks. However, there were some complications. So not only our floorboards were quite molded because there was a lot of leakages. She had carpets and we didn't have a curtain rail or any glass to protect our showers. So we had to like double or triple layer towels basically, so that's not ideal. Then there were the lead pipes. So yes, we had very old lead pipes that were a cause for concern, have caused us leakages in the past as well. We've actually replaced one ourselves already, so my dad-in-law actually did that, which was amazing. So they had to change all of the pipe work in the bathrooms as well. So as you can imagine, that was a big job and bigger than they expected. But they have done that and they did a really good job of it. And then basically it just took longer than expected, and that's normal. We went on a holiday, which was lovely for us to get away. We didn't need to use the bathrooms, the showers and things like that because we weren't around, so it meant that they could get done more. They didn't need to worry about cleaning it at the end of the day, so it seemed like it progressed a little bit further during that week. And then we had the tilers this week and they have done a really good job. As I said, they've finished most of it. So we are now waiting for the guys to come back tomorrow and also next week to finish all the bits up. So I'm thinking it's probably going to take about a week. And then if it's the finishing touches like the doors and stuff, it'll probably take a couple of weeks. So probably in June, it'll be all finished and we can use the family bathroom and it's super gorgeous. I had a really fun question around the house stuff, and basically I had a friend who asked whether we prefer home renovations or gardening. So me personally, I think I'm only just about getting started with gardening. I don't know much, so I'm very much a beginner. I love to do it with my son as well, so my toddler who's 3 years old. So we are having lots of fun basically doing the gardening. However, I must say that I'm feeling a lot more experienced in the home renovation side of things. I feel like there's a lot more to do in the home renovation side of things, but basically I'm trying to say that I think I'm more comfortable with home renovations, and therefore I prefer that side of things because I know what needs to be done, how to paint it, how to prime it, how to take the wallpaper down, you know, that kind of stuff. So I think I'll go with that one. Oh, look at him. What a sweetie. What a lovely boy. The last question that I'll include within the home section is probably my favourite cocktail. So I had to really think about this one. I do like a drink, and I'm not very much into cocktails. I actually prefer to just like stick to vodka and a mixer, you know, or just vodka neat. Somebody laughed at me before or couldn't quite believe it. They were in awe in the fact that I was having just like vodka with on the rocks, basically, with some ice, and it was lovely. But in terms of cocktail, I'd probably say that the last cocktail that I tried in Sri Lanka was a passion fruit daiquiri, and I absolutely loved it. It was so gorgeous. It was passion fruit flavors, quite floral, with some bits that they've added that was edible, obviously. I think it was like petals on top, and it was just lovely. Like I don't know what it was called, with like a passion fruit liqueur on top of that. So I will definitely add the recipe in the description box if you wanted to have a look at that, and I hope that you enjoy it as much as I do. Moving on to the question around kids, I am still surprised that there's so many people still asking this question of other people, but I thought I'd include it because it's one of the most asked questions, and that is, are we having another child? So basically it's a tough question to answer because I'll be honest with you guys, I had another miscarriage last year. It's been crazy that my body like took a long time to get back into the swing of things, and then I found out that I was being made redundant. Yes, and then we had to put our dog down, and then lots of holidays. Now we've decided to have a puppy and a bathroom renovation. So as you can imagine, this year has been a lot of turmoil, lots of changes. But we definitely do want to still try for a family, and if we're lucky enough, like at the moment we're very much happy, and we want to see where things go and get settled and then go from there. I loved this next question. So Aiden will have traits from both of you and my husband, but what does he do that's different to both of us? Oh, so this is a really tough question, and I don't actually know, but from the top of my head, I'm wondering whether it's when he mixes both of us together and that makes him different. So to explain that a little bit, when we were on holiday, he would go and make friends and enjoy the time there, whether it's playing by the pool or like chatting to them during breakfast. But basically he'll end up going, and then if he's not comfortable, he'll run back, and then he'll be like waiting on the side. So I would say that's a balance of both me and my husband, because my husband would be the shy guy, like keeping to himself. I would be just out there and basically getting myself involved. So we are like the polar opposites, I guess, and then our son is in the middle, and that is what makes him different, I think. So he gets involved, but he's also cautious, and if he is cautious, he comes back and waits a little bit and then gets involved, you know, straight into it, and then has no problems making friends as well. So I'd say that is the difference. Oh, so this one is, what's something you look forward to doing with Aiden in the future that he's a little bit too young at the moment? So I would say, because we went to like the water park during the holiday, and I took my eldest niece out to Thorpe Park, basically I'd say it's probably like roller coasters and doing like big rides and doing that together, because like ultimately my husband's scared of heights, but I force him into it. But I wonder, and I'm actually pretty certain certain that Aiden's going to be like a thrill seeker like me, so I'm very much looking forward to enjoying that kind of stuff with him, which leads me really nicely onto the question around holidays. So are we having any more holidays? And basically I think after Sri Lanka, after Center Parcs, after Portugal, we're going to give it a little bit of a rest. But we are thinking about like extended weekends away, potentially to Grandad's Caravan, which is in Great Yarmouth, and we'll see if anything else comes up. We're quite opportunistic, and we'll see whether anything else takes our fancy. So other questions were around bilingual living. Thank you so much for asking about those. We are still bilingual. I am finding it a lot harder in the recent months probably to speak in Russian to him, as well as like translating at the same time, but I'm still working hard on that. So the reasons I'm finding it hard are twofold. So firstly, I'm basically more comfortable speaking English at home now that we've got like men coming in and out for the bathroom and stuff. However, I have made a conscious effort to stick to Russian at home. I've also found that it was a little bit difficult on holiday because we were surrounded with all like English people, Portuguese people, and the main reason for that, probably that I didn't want to speak Russian with so many different people out there, is because I know the prejudice that might be happening at the moment because of Russia and the war with Ukraine. So basically I think my main problem was the fact that I was very conscious and very worried about speaking the language, because I didn't want other people to think that we're horrible people just for being Russian or speaking Russian. I know it's a stupid thing to say, however I've heard stories where people were prejudiced because of that specifically. So yeah, I want to be very cautious, but once we've come back from holiday, it's been nothing but Russian, and at home as well, so I'm going to continue that. It's only been like 10 days on holiday, so I'm hoping that it's not had a detrimental effect on Aiden. So the question is which language he prefers. Hands down, he loves English, he speaks English, and actually I prefer English as well. So he does finding a little bit difficult to speak Russian, or like when I say do this in Russian, he doesn't quite understand that it's a different language just yet. And I don't know what he thought of Portuguese either. Lots of other people speaking Portuguese, which was quite interesting. Aiden has no problem understanding Russian, which is fantastic. And actually my husband is like blown away at the fact that he can understand both languages. He does sometimes say Russian words without me prompting it as well, so that's good. It's just about me continuing to do that, like speak the language as much as I can, so that he gets as much practice as possible with mummy. Okay, so I'll probably leave it with this last question, and that is, what is the hardest bit about being a bilingual parent? And I must say it's probably the consistency of translating all the time. So I'm constantly saying the same thing but in two different languages, and it's hard. It takes mental capacity. I have to have time to even figure out how to say it in Russian for myself. Like, if you think about it, I left Russia when I was 1, so the fact that I still speak the language, yes, I've made lots of improvements, and yes, I've done lots of GCSEs and A-levels and stuff, but like it doesn't come naturally to me. So basically I need the time to translate it in my head and then say it. But basically that is probably the hardest bit, the fact that I'm constantly translating. It takes mental capacity, it's a lot of energy, but I am determined not to give up and to give Aiden a base knowledge of both the languages if I can. Amazing, guys. So thank you so much for joining me on this video. I hope that you enjoyed it as much as I did. We are going to absolutely love and adore this little puppy. As I said, I'll be back with lots of puppy videos around how to like acclimatize them to toddlers and like kids and stuff. And basically, if there's anything that you want to know more specifically around dogs and training, do let me know. As you know, we have had an abundance of experience. Thank you so much, friends, for sticking around and watching this video. I will be back with a bathroom update, with puppy updates and everything, and I'll speak to you guys soon. Bye!